Hey, hi everybody. Welcome to Acting from All Angles. We're going to be talking about the importance of training today. All right, but first let me introduce myself. My name is Julianne Lichty Stratton, and I am the creator of Actors in Action Professional Acting Conservatory, where our goal is to help actors develop their own fail-proof process so they can do their best work, whether they're at an audition or a callback or on set, whether they're under pressure, whether they just got the sides, whatever it is. That's our goal. So yeah, we're going to talk about the importance of training today. All right. So last night I had my free intro class here at the studio, and we had over 20, maybe like 25 people show up, which was really, really cool. It was my intermediate class, but I had them come and we just did our whole class routine like we do for the beginning class, basically. And it was just amazing. There was a lot of really fun, cool, talented people there. And I'm always looking for talented actors that I can help and actors that are passionate that I can help. And I saw a lot of people there. So let's talk about training and acting. All right. I think a lot of people think that actors don't need training because it looks so effortless. Think about it. Think how effortless acting looks. You see really talented actors performing in big movies, and it just looks like they're behaving normally, but just in a certain circumstance that may be imaginary. And so a lot of us just go, oh, wow, I could do that. It just looks so easy. I'm a human. They're human. They're behaving truthfully. I could do that. But the truth is, for anybody who's tried acting, it's actually really, really difficult to be able to put yourself in an imaginary circumstance and behave naturally and normally, which is what fine acting is. So what you have to do is you have to train. I like to think of it this way. I like to explain it this way to my students. So if you go to the symphony or a concert pianist and a concert, and there's a pianist up there and they're playing and they're just dazzling and it just looks so effortless and so incredible, and they're playing Brahms or Beethoven or whatever it is. And most of us wouldn't go, oh, that looks so easy. I bet I could do that. We instinctively know that it takes years of training, years of practice. Same thing with a ballet dancer. You go and watch a ballet, like the Nutcracker is going to be coming out pretty soon here. Christmas time, lots of Nutcrackers. You go to the Nutcracker, you see these ballerinas up there and the male dancers, and you're just like, that looks so effortless and so amazing. But instinctively that it's taken years of training. Same thing with a really great soccer player. You watch them and this seems effortless and they're so fabulous, but they practice constantly. So I'm not sure why we all think that acting is so simple and anybody can do it. But it actually takes years of training as well. So what I'm going to talk to you today about is what good training is and how to find a good class, a good acting class. Because acting classes are the best places to get trained. I train people individually, and that's really helpful too, and it works fine, but you can't act in a vacuum. With the piano, you can play the piano by yourself. You can practice and practice and practice, and that's great. With acting, there's certain things you can practice by yourself, memorization. You can practice playing verbs, actually. You can practice script analysis. There are some things you can practice by yourself, but when it comes right down to it, and when you're actually really working on the nitty-gritties, you need another person. You need somebody to work off. You need to be taking action on it. So let's just talk about for a second what I consider is the fundamentals of acting, which is taking action. My definition of acting is taking action against an obstacle to get what you want. And sorry, I just got a text. So taking action against an obstacle to get what you want, that is acting. So acting is active. That's why it's called acting, because you are doing something. It's not called acting because you are pretending to be somebody you're not, or something like that, or pretending to be in a certain situation. That's not what we mean by acting. Acting has gotten the bad rap of that, like you're pretending to do something. And there is an element of pretending and acting, but actually what acting means is taking action, doing something. All right? Okay, great. Oh, Hazel's there. Hi, Hazel. So taking action. All right. So when you train for acting, what you need is a teacher that knows how to act, that knows how to teach acting. I know some great actors who are horrible acting teachers. I don't know any great acting teachers that are horrible actors. You have to be able to act, and you have to be able to know how to teach it. So teaching acting, there's a bunch of different exercises you can do, just like anything else. In soccer, you're going to try kicking the ball this way and that way and do footwork and passing and all that kind of stuff. There's different exercises. Same thing in basketball, same thing in piano, same thing in anything. There's scales, there's just practicing chords, there's all different kinds of stuff. Same thing in acting. So if you want to be well trained, you need to find an acting class that is going to do exercises that take you towards better acting. All right. So if you're going to a class where you just take in a scene and you get up there and you perform the scene, and then the teacher directs you and says, hey, try it again and be funnier right here and say this line like that and da 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 da. That's probably not going to vastly improve your acting technique. It's going to do something, sure. It's going to help you work off people. It's going to have you're practicing at least doing some kind of acting. But what you need is an acting class that has a physical warm-up, that works on movement, that works on voice, that works on behaviors, that works on emotions, that works on breaking down a script analysis, that works on performance in a way that is developing your acting skills, not teaching you how to be directed. Now, there is value in learning how to be directed, because on set you are going to have to be directed by people. Ashley's here too. Hey, you are going to be directed by people on set, so you do need to learn to work off that. But if you don't have the chops, if you don't have the ability and the training to be able to put yourself in the moment, to connect personally to a scene that is not really even something that you could probably relate to. Like if you're playing Hamlet, you're probably not going to relate to being a prince of Denmark who's trying to figure out who murdered his father, or if his father was murdered. So you got to find some way to attach it to yourself personally. And then you've got to be able to connect with people. There's so much you need to be able to do to work on. So a good acting class will teach you all of those things. This is if you're really serious about acting. And so then if you go ahead and take an acting class and they have exercises and the teacher's like, this is what you can practice and this is what you can do. If you practice it, you're going to get better faster and faster and faster. I know some people will go to acting class and they won't really work on anything. They'll just show up and they'll work on it there. And that's okay. I mean, it's better than not going to class, right? But you're not going to get as much out of it as if you really put in some extra time. Think about this. Think about the gym. So you want to get in killer shape, right? So you go to the gym. Are you just going to go once, or like once a week? I'm going to go once a week and do, half an hour on treadmill and do some weights. Clearly, that's not going to give you this killer body that you're looking for, right? You need to go and you need to work out. You need to be dedicated. You need to work out daily. You need to do a bunch of other stuff. Watch what you eat. Get a good mindset. There's a ton of stuff you need to do if you want to get a really, really good shape. It's the same thing with acting. It's exactly the same thing. And I know a lot of actors are like, well, I don't know what to do. I mean, I actually remember when I was 4 years old, I knew I wanted to be an actor. And I kept trying to, throughout my early childhood, I would try to figure out ways to work on it, because I was like, I want to be an actor, but I don't know what to do. And I think a lot of actors feel that way because it looks so easy. And we don't understand there's certain exercises and certain things we can do. But there's tons. There's Meisner's repetition, there's playing verbs from what I teach. There's, like I said, script analysis, there's movement, there's voice, there's being in touch with your physicality. There's just so many things. So our time's up. I just want to wrap it up with this today. So I want you to think about this and think about the acting class you're in. Is it giving you this? Is it helping you improve your technique? Or is it just a place to go and socialize and do a scene and have the teacher praise you or tear you down? And then also, if you're not in a class, go get in a class. Go get in a good class. Find a really good class, one where the teacher is positive and uplifting, but yet corrects you. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I have to say about training. I'd love to hear from you guys, what you guys think about this, any ideas, any thoughts, any great classes out there that you're going to. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up for today. We had a great time shooting our scene yesterday. Our short film this weekend was really, really amazing. It was really fun. So anyway, I will see you next week. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a fantastic night and a wonderful weekend. All right, we'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.